Bison! Today we're going to do some sensory play, stuff that feels good to our hands. Last night in my ice cube tray, yes, mine is shaped like little palm trees, I filled the compartments with some colored water by dropping in a few drops of food coloring before I poured the water in. Now, this didn't take too long to set up, so if you don't have colored ice cubes made yet, just make some now and come back to the video in a couple of hours. Now, you can paint with colored ice cubes on plain paper. You can watch them melt and see what colors mix together. We today are going to play with the colored ice cubes. We're going to pop them out of our ice cube tray and put them in a substance that we use for cooking. In the bottom of this circular pan is a coating of cooking oil. And we are going to play with the ice cubes on the surface of the cooking oil and see what happens. What do you think will happen when the ice cubes start to melt in the cooking oil? Make a prediction and get ready to play and find out. And slide this ice around in my tray and see what happens. Come take a look with me. Now, what is ice made of? Ice is water. Water that has been frozen at a very cold temperature, like in your freezer, in your refrigerator. The ice feels cold to my fingers as I touch just the ice and slide around. I'm looking at the oil in my dish. Is the ice melting? It is, and what is it leaving behind? It's melting, it's getting smaller from the warmth of my fingers, from the warmth of the air, and it's leaving behind all these little dots in the oil, all these beautiful little color dots. Why is the color not mixing with the oil? I'll tell you, oil is a fat. It is made of lipids, and lipids don't break down or dissolve in water. Because they don't dissolve in water, they are sitting in the oil in little beads, little droplets, instead of mixing with the oil. Now, I'm seeing some funny things. The more I mix the ice around, the more the colors of my dots are mixing together. But they are still staying dots and not mixing with the oil. The oil is lighter than the water. It's less dense. So the water will sink into the oil and make these little bubbles. Have fun touching, feeling, seeing all these colors emerge and the dots appear, the droplets of colored water appear in your oil. What will happen if you keep playing with them until all the ice melts? Have fun with this sensory experiment. When you're done playing, it's time to wash your hands. I have a little silky smooth oil on my fingers. I have a little color from the ice. I need to wash your hands. Wash them till they're clean. Wash on top and underneath and even in between. Next, we're going to help save the planet Earth. In our oceans, underneath the surface of the water, there is often oil. Oil is a source of energy for people. We go down into the ground and pull the oil out, and we use it for many things like gasoline for our cars. There are oil rigs that will drill down into the ocean, or sometimes oil seeps out naturally from in between the layers of the rock. But when the oil spills on the water and people don't catch it all, animals can get hurt. So, we have oil spilling out into our water. Whoa, do you see those big bubbles of oil? And there are animals that can get caught in this oil and it can hurt their bodies, like sea turtles or birds or dolphins or even whales. Can we help rescue the birds and the turtles from the oil? Let's figure out how we can get this oil off the surface of our water. I'm going to show you some materials we might use. Can we find a way to clean up this oil spill and rescue these animals? I've got some items here that might help. I see big bubbles of oil floating on the surface of my blue ocean. I might try cotton balls. They're soft and squishy and absorptive. They suck up moisture, liquid. I've got Q-tips. On the ends, they have cotton that can suck up moisture. I've got a paintbrush with a sponge on the end. I could use a kitchen sponge. I could use a regular paintbrush and see what happens. Can I use this to get the oil bubbles up? And lastly, I have an eyedropper where I squeeze and let go. And maybe I could suck up the oil. I'm going to try to get this oil bubble. I'm going to gently set a cotton ball on it. Something's happening. The cotton ball is absorbing. That whole bubble of oil just got sucked up into this cotton ball. Hooray, little bird, I'm going to help you. Let me see if I can get this little bubble. Do you see this little bubble right here? I'm just slowly holding this Q-tip over the little bubble. I'm twisting it a little bit. Ooh, it got some of the little bubble. It's smaller now. Let me try the other side. It absorbed the rest of the oil. Yes! Let me try this sponge brush and set it on the big oil bubble. Ooh, it sucked up a little oil. I can see how shiny my sponge is. It almost made it look like it was dipped in glitter, but really it's coated in that shiny oil. Got it. Let me keep working to rescue you, sea turtle. I'm going to see if I can suck up the oil. Oh, I got some. Squeeze, let go. I'm staying at the surface, at the top of the water, to see if I can suck up all the oil. I really liked using the cotton ball. I'm going to see if I can get this oil soaked up in this cotton ball and get the oil out of the water and rescue these animals. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of oil out. Maybe I could squeeze out my cotton balls. Squeeze. Ooh, oil is dripping. And try again. Can I get all the oil off the surface of the water? I'm going to keep working until I rescue these guys. Can you save the whales and the dolphins, the sea turtles, and the birds from an oil spill today? I bet you can. Work hard, scientists, and save our planet Earth.